Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Trish, and today is going to be a eye product declutter. I've been going through my collection recently, and I have found some things that I just don't use anymore, or eyeshadow palettes that I don't want to randomize in my eyeshadow declutter series that I just want to get rid of and move out of my collection. I have my daughters very excited to get some of these products. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this eye product declutter. Okay, so these are going to go in no particular order, but the first thing that I am getting rid of are these Revolution Lion King eye pencils. And the reason I'm getting rid of these is mostly because I just don't use them. Like, I don't think to reach for eye pencils. I do not know why I thought to buy these. I do not use them, and I would like to get them out of my collection and into maybe my daughter's collection, or maybe just throw them away. I honestly do not know where these are going to end up, because I know my one daughter that likes more colorful, grungy makeup is kind of going out of the makeup phase because she's just got a full-time job. So I don't know what's going to happen to these, but I don't want them sitting around my collection collecting dust. So these are going to be the first product to go. The next thing to go is going to be some various colorful eyeliners. I do use eyeliners quite frequently, but for the most part, I only use black and brown eyeliners. I don't in general use these colorful ones, and when I do, I find that they're irritating my eyes. Now, I do have black and, hold on. I do have one colorful one that I'm keeping because this is the one I use, and for some reason it doesn't irritate my eyes. But for the most part, these do. So these are going to be, again, leaving my collection. I don't know if you hear my dog snoring in the background. If you do, I am terribly sorry, but you know, they like to be in the room with me. So the next thing I'm getting rid of is these two Coulorpop quads. This one here is in Tender Loving Cancer, and this one here is in Like a Virgo, and I just never use these. I don't reach for them, and when I thought about palettes that I didn't want to be randomized in my eyeshadow palette declutter series, these were some of the first ones, believe it or not, that came up. So these are going to leave my collection as well. So the next thing is going to be these two liquid eyeshadows. One's from Too Faced, one's from Medusa's Makeup. I have just found that I do not use liquid shadows. I don't reach for them. I don't use them as toppers. They're gorgeous shades, especially this one gives a light wash of purple if you use it the right way, and this one just gives a light wash of glitter on your eyeshadows. They're gorgeous when and if I'd ever use them, but I don't use them. So these are going to be the next ones out of my collection. This next one pains me to do, but I am getting rid of the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Shadow in Oyster Pearl. You guys, I have tried so many different ways to get this to not crease on my eyes, and I can't get this to work. I realize I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not a professional, I'm just a mom that loves makeup, but this creases horribly, and I don't have time for that. I really don't. So this unfortunately is going to go because this is something I paid full price for. And we all know Charlotte is not cheap. So that is the next one. On the same vein, I have the Kiko Milano Lost in Amalfi, and this is in the shade Dewy Rose. Again, I can't get it to not crease. I do not like these. I've decluttered every other shade out of my collection. This is the final one, and I'm just not going to buy these potted eyeshadows anymore. They don't work for me. Why keep buying them? This is an interesting product, and you guys, if you have this product, I'd be curious to know how you use it. But this is the MAC Stairs to the Stars Spell Binder Shadow, and this is just weird. It's like, I can't even describe it. It's like a powder, but it comes out so messy, but it keeps the texture in it. It's just not very pretty and kind of lackluster. And yeah, so this one, I've not figured out a way to use it, so it's going bye-bye. Another MAC shadow is going to be the Tide and Seek Foiled Shadow. This is what that looks like. It is very pretty swatched out. I can never get it to perform that way on my eyes, and I don't reach for singles very often. I've figured that out. And I have a very big single collection. So this one here is not going to make the cut. It is gorgeous. It's just, you guys, like swatching it, it's a barely there shade. Even like before I put it on my hand, it's just a barely there. And I have other shades like this that I appreciate more. Before we get into the Coulorpop singles, let me go ahead and tell you the eyeshadow palettes that I'm decluttering. It is going to be the Violet Voss Wild Dahlia palette, and these are beautiful colors, and I'm sure I would get use out of this more in the fall, but this does not have a lighter shimmer on it. I used this yesterday on my eyes and hated the look. I don't know why. I usually love these colors, but I hated the look. So this one I am going to get rid of. The next one is going to be the Discovery Perfect Diary Shadow. And this one has 3 pressed glitters in it, which I usually don't mind pressed glitters in it, but having 3 is a little much. Plus, this has been in my collection for a very long time, and I have yet to use it. So this one is also going to be a declutter. Surprisingly, the next one is going to be the BH Mimosa Palette, and this is very reflective packaging. But if you've been watching my declutter series, you know that I am not a fan of pink eyeshadows at all. And when I was going through my eyeshadow palette collection, I was like, if I randomize this, I'm gonna cry because I do not want to put that on my eyes. Funny enough, I'm wearing pink eyeshadow today, and you'll see how I got suckered into that one. Probably coming Monday, but this one I did not want to randomize and put on my eyes, so this one's going to be decluttered now. And the last palette is going to be the Essence Nothing Compares to Nude. This is just too light. I would never use any of these shades. I have not used it since I bought it. The pictures online kind of made it look a little bit deeper than it really is in person. Next is going to be some Supershock shadows, and you guys, I have so many that I thought I was going to get use out of, and I am just not getting any use out of them at all. I don't think to reach for the Supershock shadows. I don't think to use them as toppers. I don't, you know, they don't cross my mind when I am doing my makeup. And I have so many eyeshadow palettes that have colors like these in them that it pains me to have these sitting here and not being used. Now the good part is they do give like a lighter wash of color, so my daughter will definitely love these as much as I thought I was going to love them. But it pains me that I bought them and they sit here and they don't get used. If you guys have Supershocks, how do you incorporate them into your collection? Because I used to do a single Saturday where I would use the Supershocks on, or I'd randomize a single shadow to use, but at the same time I quit doing that because it didn't appeal to me. I have palettes that I would much rather be using, so I never used any of these. So I do still have some Supershocks in my collection, but those are the ones that I am getting rid of. I will actually have them listed down below because all I did was really show you the shadows, but you know, I'm trying to make this a quicker video. The last products is going to be the Medusa's Makeup Eye Dust in a Rising Sun. I do not like loose eyeshadows, so this one is not going to stay in my collection. And then the IBY Headliner shade. I have shades like this in my collection. I'm not reaching for singles, so that one is gonna go. And then I'm getting rid of the Revolution Eye Flick pencil, just because I don't use liquid eyeliner and I'm not even sure why I bought this. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why I bought this, but I did, and I don't use it, so it is no longer going to be in my collection. So that is some eye products that I am getting rid of. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you would like, comment, and subscribe, it really does help me out. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.